figured out why Mason wasn't Mason last year, and do you think that it would help to have him compete with somebody in training camp, or what's your thought process there?
I think competition's good. I mean, definitely. I don't think you can look past any performance throughout your team and not think that competition is going to help, regardless of how they performed the year before. So, yes, I think that's definitely something that we'll look at. And on the other part of it, Mason's in town, and we feel good about the plan and all the things that we've talked about. And he's an experienced kicker. And, those guys make subtle adjustments. Sometimes it's too much. And if there's a common theme of a lot of our evaluation with our football team, it falls in the category of too much.
How do you get your defense better? I mean, that seems to be the biggest bugaboo right now for you guys. It's just 2 years now. It's just not.
Well, I feel our defense is going to be better, just definitely through the growth internally. We have a number of rookies that made an impact last year. I'm confident in the way our off-season program is structured, and that we will improve from what our players are players from year 1 to year 2. We got a number of year 2 players going to year 3. So I have great confidence that we're going to improve with the players that we have. And also you still have free agency, and there might be some things happen there, and we'll add another draft class, and there'll be some guys that'll come out of that will help us. But I feel good about the defensive players on our board. I'm very, very confident. I feel better today than I have a number of times at this time in my coaching career. So. I'm sorry?
Are you satisfied with the amount of pressure that you're using defensively? When you first went to the field, you liked the aggressiveness of that scheme. You feel like pressured enough last year?
Well, I mean, that's part of our evaluation. Fully aware what the numbers are. When you look back, it's probably not the amount of pressure, but certain pressures that maybe we could have gone to that we didn't. And it's a two-way responsibility between the coaches and the players. I mean, Dom's very, very upfront and disciplined in the fact that when you rep things during the week and they don't turn out the way they're supposed to, he's not going to call them in the game. And it's no different in the game. If people aren't doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing, then they'll go away from it. So that's something that we need to continue to work through. Is we were very young for a big part of the season last year on defense, but the thing that was exciting was that we got better as the year went on. Our defense continued to get improved throughout the whole year, and it's Adrian Peterson in the San Francisco games were our two black eyes, and that's what we need to be better. And those are big games. We got to play better defense in big games.
I'm sorry if you've been asked this, but you sent, was it Texas A&M where some of your coaches went to try to do some studying on the zone read defense? How did that go?
Went very well. It was a great trip for the defensive staff. A lot of interaction, a lot of good conversation. So we feel we were able to walk away with something from A&M. Kevin Sumlin was very gracious to share the day with his offensive staff and defensive staff. So it was very productive for us.
Does the zone read compel you to play more zone defense so that you might not be caught around the edge when a fast quarterback keeps it? Is that
playing with vision is definitely a factor when you're playing with any type of scheme where there's multiple options. People getting the ball with action. So it's definitely something that's part of the game plan.
Mike, you guys have always been proactive in rewarding your players ahead of time and taking care of your poor players. And I'm just wondering with Aaron, I know he's got 2 years left, but the paradigm of the quarterback pay scale has changed since he won a Super Bowl. Just wondering if you guys feel like you'll be more proactive in his regard than others. He's just way down the pay scale now all of a sudden.
Well, I understand where he is, but I also understand why it is today. But Aaron Rodgers is very important to our football team. He's the face of our franchise. I look at him as the centerpiece of the things that I've tried to accomplish since day one, and will continue to do so. Based on the way he conducts himself in the locker room, on the field, and more importantly on the game field. So, I have a lot of confidence that Aaron and the Green Bay Packers will have a long-term relationship.
Mike, you mind if we run through some players that I want to ask you about, just where they are? How do you view Tremont? You put him on the number one receiver a lot. I don't know if he feels like he's ever going to be the same player he was before the nerve damage in his shoulder. How do you view him?
Well, I mean, that's something that when he gets back here, we got to probably get on the same page with that, as far as where he is and the testing and so forth. But, Tremont's a pro. I mean, he's the guy remember when he arrived, sits in the front row, takes notes, goes about his business the right way every day. And I know he wants to get back to the way he played in 2010 because, I mean, that was an incredible year for him, personally. So, and that's, once again, injuries are part of the game, and sometimes it takes a little longer than others.
How do you feel about Newhouse at left tackle, and are you toying with the idea of moving Bulaga and giving him a shot at left tackle? Well,
the one thing about Marshall, you go back through the grades. Marshall played okay. We need some improvement from the left side of our line. And that's if you're breaking down the line as a whole, our left side and the center position, we need improvement there.